Hey guys, I am officially back, as you may know. In today's video, I am going to be giving you an updated tour of my VHS collection. So we're gonna head that way right now. So welcome aboard to my cabinet here, which contains my whole VHS collection. Well, almost. We're gonna start off down here first of all. This is half of it. I have made some room on my shelf here. But right here, we're going to start off with my Nickelodeon movie VHSs, which is like all the Rugrats movies and like Harriet the Spy, Wild Thornberrys movie, and the Charlotte's Webs. And this, by the way, is the Charlotte's Web 2003 VHS, as far as the Charlotte's Web 2 2003 VHS. And then behind it here is my Winnie the Pooh movie collection. This is like contains the Winnie the Pooh videos, and then also like Pooh's Great Adventure, and then the Seasons of Giving, the Tigger movie, and then the Book of Pooh, and then Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and Piglet's Big Movie. So that's what's right there. Now we're officially about to come to the main event, the main cabinet. So you come in here, and these are all of the rest of my clamshells here from top to bottom, and then some slip covers down below with a certain movie group that I have them at. We're going to start at the top here. This first shelf has like all of the Warner Brothers movies, like The Goonies, and then Thumbelina, Pippi Longstocking. Then we got Cats and Dogs, and then the Scooby-Doos, Pokemon 2000, and then Space Jam, and then all the other live actions. And then leading into the Mary-Kate and Ashley section right here, this far end is all of my Mary-Kate and Ashley VHSs all up ahead. Now we come in from behind that is like my very hard plastic clamshells, like the big major clamshells like these. Well, first of all, there's 3 more regular clamshells right here because they're all the Fox Video kind of movies and like all 20th century films. But starting here, this is like the thick, hardy clamshells that require 2 hands to open, you know. And then that's like my 2 different copies of The Sound of Music, the 1996 one and then the 2002 one. I haven't done the opening to this one yet, but that will be sometime sooner next month. And then, like, going down from, like, the Ferngellies, and then Anastasia, and then so on, and then, like, the Strawberry Shortcakes. And then, of course, I have this Barney VHS with a very hard, thick clamshell. It should be with the Hit Entertainments. However, it's that type of clamshell, so I figured it belonged there best. And then, of course, after the very thick, hard clamshells, we got 3 more regular clamshells, and these 3 are from a different categorized movie company, like the 2 Barbie videos, and then Jonah, VeggieTales movie. They are part of a different movie company. Now coming down here to the second top shelf here, this is where I keep all of my, first of all, this here is the Free Willy VHSs. I got Free Willy 3 VHS, by the way, if you haven't seen in one of my past haul videos that were recent. So now I have all 3 Free Willy videos. And then this part right here is the row of, like, starting at the left side, you have all the DreamWorks movies, like all Mouse Hunt, Polly, Small Soldiers, and then going into the DreamWorks animation movies like Ants, and then Joseph, and then Prince of Egypt, Chicken Run, and then Shrek, and Spirit, and Sinbad. And then at the right side is all the, like, Columbia Pictures films, like The My Girls, and then Slappy and the Stinkers, Indian in the Cupboard, and then, like, so on. And I do have my 2 different copies of Wizard of Oz on the tail end here. So, yeah, there's those. I got this one from 1997, and then the 1999 re-release from Warner Home Video. So there's that. And now we come in behind those. This is all of the rest of the Universal films. And then, like, on this side here, we got other slipcovers. We got, like, Scooby-Doo, and then, like, some... This is Scooby-Doo 2, by the way. I don't have the Scooby-Doo live-action first movie anymore because that got affected by a incident with one of my VCRs. And now, coming after that, anyway, we have some Disney slipcovers. Like we got Homeward Bound, and then the Dinosaurs video, and then a sing-along songs, and then a Tailspin. But along here, all the way, we got the Land Before Times, and then like We're Back, and then leading into the American Tail, Balto, and then the Alvin and the Chipmunks going into the live actions like Flipper, Casper, and then the Babes, and this Beethoven, and the Big Fat Liar. That's all the Universal ones. And then at the top here, it's more clamshells, and then this is like the Mighty Ducks video section. 1 slipcover and then 2 clamshells. That's pretty much how it came. And then right here I have the 3 Wishes VHS that I've shown you. There's nothing major on it except for the movie, I'm afraid to say. So that's why I haven't shown an opening to that. And then below is the 2 Spy Kids movies that I own. But that's that shelf there. Now we're coming down to shelf number 3 here. This is where all of the Disneys really begin. This stack is like, got the Roly Poly Oly video, and then Schoolhouse Rock, and then Madeline Lost in Paris and the Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars. And then behind it, actually we're going to go into this front one here first. This is like all of the, these are duplicates of the first original Peter Pan. Of course, there's a sequel, Return to Neverland. These are all the Disney movies with sequels section, as I call it. So there's all of those all along that shelf right there. And then, of course, going behind it right here, which would lead to the back here, which I'll show you here real soon. This is all the live-action Disney films I have. Like the Country Bears and then Snow Dogs, and then the 101 Dalmatian live actions. And then leading into like the Lindsay Lohans and the Lizzie McGuires. So that's all those right there. And then the rest behind it here is like all the other live action Disney movies, like the classic sports movies, like Angels in the Outfield and the Big Green, so on, up to the Air Buds. I got 4 of them now so far, by the way. I don't have Air Bud Spikes back yet, so that's practically the only one missing. And then going into the Jonathan Taylor Thomases right here. And then Homeward Bound 2, which is in a clamshell. And going on to like the classics from Old Yeller up into like going towards the Princess Diaries right there, which practically almost belongs close to these ones up here. That's that shelf right there. Now we come down to the final 4th shelf in this cupboard. I'm going to start right here. This is where all the classic Disneys are, like going from the Fox and the Hound and then on to Robin Hood, so on. And then from the Mickeys right here. Like from Mulan, after all the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection ones, I got like the Spirit of Mickey and then the 2 Fantasias, and then leading into like Fun and Fancy Free Melody Time and then the Goofy movies. And of course on this end here we got the Beauty and the Beasts. I got both the original and special edition, by the way, as far as those sequels right here. I have the Enchanted Christmas one, but it's in my Christmas movies. And then up here, we got like more duplicates in this part right here. There is more like duplicates on the other side here, which I'll show you in a minute. So, and then back here, I apologize for the darkness, but I got like Treasure Planet, and then Atlantis, the Lost Empire, The Emperor's New Groove, and then like Recess, School's Out, and then Doug's first movie. That's that one Disney tape section right here. And then right here starts like all my Hit Entertainment and Lyric Studios tape collections. And then this Casper movie under it, Casper, Spirited Beginning, it had the clamshell that looks like the Barney and Bob the Builder clamshells. So I figured because of its clamshell, it belonged there best. Some Hit Entertainment slipcovers. We got Angelina Ballerinas, and we got Thomas and Friends, Fraggle Rock, and then Rubba-Dubbers down at the bottom, which, speaking of Rubba-Dubbers, I am starting a mini tribute series. If you haven't seen that announcement video that I put up about that, go and check it out if you haven't. And right here is the last of my Hit Entertainment collection behind the slipcovers of Hit Entertainment videos. So right behind the one row, I got another row with like all the Pixars, and then I got all 5 covers of A Bug's Life here, 1999 VHS, and then of course I got the 2000 re-release of A Bug's Life VHS from 2000, and then from Toy Story 2, and then Monsters, Inc. and Finding Nemo. Of course, Buzz Lightyear Star Command, which goes with the Pixars. And then to the right of that is more duplicates of Disney films that I have. Here's the other Oliver and Company VHS that I own, but it's from 2002. It's its reprint. Okay, so we just finished the inside of this cupboard here. Now I am going to show you the last portion of my collection in this drawer here. This is where I keep the rest of all my slip covers. I have like these Disney VHSs here in slip covers. And then I got the Titanic VHS. I almost tried to donate this, but then I ended up keeping it anyway. I may get the widescreen version of this real soon. And then, or whenever I find it, that is. Anyway, we got like October Sky, and then Bring It On, and then this Shania Twain video here. I'm not going to completely uncover the whole bottom part of this. And then I have a random blank tape still sealed in here, by the way. And then, like, got these Touchstone videos right here. And then I got some Little Bears. And then some of the Paramounts here. And then I got the original Charlotte's Web VHS. Then right here I got, like, a Rugrats All Grown Up video, if you can't tell. And then there's Care Bear VHSs and a Powerpuff Girls VHS. And then back here is like, it consists of like 2 Beethoven movies I have, the first and second, and then the original Land Before Time. I don't know if I'm going to, whether or not I'm going to get the reprint of Land Before Time, like in a clamshell, and like I hear there's a reprint from 2003. I'm gonna get a hold of that whenever I see it. Possibly. There are a lot of different other VHSs I do want to try to get a hold of whenever I see them, depending on what condition they're in. And then I got, like, Batman, Twister, and then City of Angels, and then Walk to Remember. And then there's a Mary-Kate and Ashley slipcover there. And then we got, like, 2 different Adam Sandlers, and then Independence Day, Legally Blonde, and Mrs. Doubtfire, so on. And then over here is like random other movies that I thought belonged there. I don't know, it's my organization and I like it, and I like the way that I have things planned and organized. So there you guys have it. I hope you enjoyed seeing an updated tour update of my VHS collection. I sure did, and it's been a real amazing time showing you guys how much my collection's grown so far, and I know I've been dying to give that to you guys. Especially because I know most of you are wondering, like, what all I have and how much, like, my collection's grown and what I've gotten over the period of time since my last tour update. Anyway, hope you guys all have a good one, and I will see you all in the next VHS opening, and be on the lookout for when I'm gonna actually start releasing the Rubba-Dubbers Tribute Adventure series officially. So, I'll see you guys.